It's been a minute. Welcome back to the channel. Anime Expo was crazy. Yes, you are gonna see some of the footage from Anime Expo, but not all of it. I am working on the vlog. It's a lot of footage to go through, so stay tuned for that, but you will see some of the footage here in today's video. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is BoogieSnacks. You could go ahead and call me Boogie, and today is it's a rather large manga haul. Now, I also want to give back a little bit because this might be my last manga haul before my 30th birthday. So in light of that, I am going to be giving away two $50 gift cards to Barnes & Noble. If you want to learn how to enter for this giveaway, details will be later on in the video, so also make sure you stick around for that as well. But if you like anime, manga, or just like the vibes here in general, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button down below. I have a ton of fun videos planned for the rest of the year that I can't wait to show you. Okay, with that being said, let me know what you guys have been hauling recently. It's one of my favorite parts about making this types of videos is getting to share not only my journey, but getting to follow along with yours. There's kind of a lot of manga here, okay? I'll see you in just a second. Okay, I blasted the AC in here, and now it's like, honestly, what does it say? It is 68 degrees in my apartment right now. Okay, let me know down below, what was the era of anime or manga that you grew up with? When you think of your childhood, what are like 3 series that come to mind? Every once in a while, I go to an obscure manga shop, one that I've never been to, especially if it's out of the way, and I go there with an open mind and just to see what they have. Recently, I was out on an adventure, and I found a volume on sale. In fact, it was like on clearance price for $3 from a series. I only have one volume from this Tokyo Pop series that I immediately just remembered seeing on the bookshelf when I was a kid. I'm gonna have this just for collector's purposes. I don't know if I'm gonna collect all of it in its entirety, but who remembers this series, which is Sergeant Frog? Look at that! It's just gonna look so cool. Like, these spines are clearly very old, and look at the price that I got on that. $2.99. You don't see those prices all too often, so I immediately snagged this one up. Moving right along, you're gonna see a lot of volumes in today's haul from Barnes & Noble, and I was shopping at Barnes & Noble, and I reached out to the fine folk over at Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, go ahead and do so. It's my most active social media platform by far, and I'm always doing stuff like this, but I reached out to my Twitter folk, and I was like, listen, do I do this or do I not do this? It's time. This series has been recommended to me over and over and over again, but I finally decided that that day indeed was the day, and they had a bunch of them in stock, which was really cool. I think that's what led to me finally picking this one up. It was like a sign, but I finally did pick up All You Need Is Kill. I'm going into it blindly. Now, this is an adaptation from a novel, but it's done by the creator of Death Note. It's been on my radar for quite a long time. I think it's 1 volume and done. The art looked absolutely phenomenal when I was flipping through this. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna let you guys know my thoughts and opinions, probably over on Twitter. Let me know yours. It's been recommended over and over. I'm looking forward to this, and we're just gonna tack this on to yet another summer reads. The manga haul mess has already begun. It's a good problem to have, but during every single one of my manga haul videos, there's always this giant pile of boxes and bags on the floor. It's honestly a sight to see. Okay, you know what? Let's just open up another Barnes & Noble bag. I'm down. Okay, now quickly continuing on, let's talk about how I picked up volumes 2 and 3 from Mob Psycho 100. Listen, I picked up volume 1. I loved it. I had to pick up volume 2 and 3. Now, if you know, you know. I wish I saw Mob Psycho 100 in more physical manga collectors' collections, but I have a feeling a lot of us are anime only with this series, and it's quite unfortunate because both anime and manga are just done so well with such unique art. The whole series is actually just so unique, hilarious, action-packed. I love it. Now, speaking of it's time, I feel like this manga haul, that's the motto for today. It's time. Okay, yeah, I picked up Black Lagoon Volume 1. I know, right? Mercenaries, wartime settings, literal battleships, espionage, just all out combat, chaos, and just an overall action-packed good time. I picked it up, I didn't think twice about it, threw it in the cart, and here we are. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on Black Lagoon. What should I expect going into this one? I don't know if I'm gonna read it right away because I do have a giant TBR list right now, but perhaps towards the end of August is probably when I'll crack open Black Lagoon Volume 1. So let me know what I have in store. Okay, where is it? It's right here. Let's talk about what I got at Anime Expo. But first, I also got a new desk. Now, I've honestly been looking for a new desk upgrade for a while, so thank you to the fine folks over at FlexiSpot for sending me this one. Now, the desk that I chose is the EB8W, which has a wooden bamboo textured top, but you can go ahead and customize the desk that you ordered to fit your needs and your room aesthetics. Now, my favorite feature about this desk has to be the fact that I can rise or lower this desk simply with a click of a button. Or you could even load up to 4 different presets so that the desk will automatically go to your favorite positions. Now, the desk comes with 3 USB ports so that you can keep your cable management tidy and your desk aesthetics clean. So if you're looking to upgrade your creative space or your workspace, FlexiSpot is having a Amazon Prime Day deal with up to 30% off from July 12th through the 13th. Now, thank you so much to the fine folks over at FlexiSpot for sending me this desk and sponsoring today's video, and back to the manga. Now, let me explain something about Anime Expo really quickly. Now, I was really only there for a day and a half. I was also trying to limit the amount of places I would go and the amount of time I was spending inside, especially during this convention, in hopes of somewhat lowering the risk for getting COVID if that's at all possible. But for those of you that are wondering, I just posted on Twitter. I've been testing regularly and I don't have COVID as of now. Fingers crossed I don't get COVID in the future, but I just thought I would let you guys know that not everything was seen at Anime Expo because I was just trying to limit where I was going. What I'm gonna show you first, I found at the Kinokuniya booth. So technically, I didn't have to buy these at Anime Expo, but I got wrapped up in the hype. And you know what? When I saw them there in real life, I was holding them. You guys know how much this series means to me, and you'll find out what it is in a second. I made the decision to pull the trigger, and you know what? I'm happy that I did. Yeah, it's kind of expensive, man. You guys can see the price tag here. It was, I think, over $100 after taxes, but I think it was well worth the money. You probably could have gotten this for a better price online somewhere, but you know what? Like I mentioned before, I was sort of caught in the moment. Yeah, it's the Dorohedoro art book. And this, for those of you that don't know, Dorohedoro, it's right over here. I have a full video coming out on Dorohedoro. In fact, it's probably gonna be my longest video on the channel, but it's just meant the world to me. By far one of my favorite reads coming out of 2022. It was incredibly hard to collect over the course of 2021, so it was sort of that like mission trying to collect all of the volumes as well. It just meant so much to me that when I found out there was an art book, I was already in the market for it, and when I was finally just staring at it at the convention, I knew it was marked up a little bit, but you know what? In the hype, there's so many people buying manga all around me. Man, I fell into the hype and I bought it. But you know what? It was only a few bucks marked up from what I've seen online. So you know what? I don't feel too bad about it, and I'm certainly glad that I own it. Now, as you would have guessed, if I'm already getting the art book, if I'm already getting figures, and if I'm already collecting all of Dorohedoro, which I already have, I'm gonna get the guidebook. And if you were to guess it, I have the guidebook. It's right here. In fact, I'm gonna open it right now. Okay, one thing I'm gonna say before I open this up, does anyone else get slightly bothered whether they're easy to remove or not? I don't like when stickers are on the physical manga, but this is the guidebook and I think it has a cover on it. Yeah, it does. So this is what the actual front of the guidebook looks like, but it looks like it comes with a little cover, which is really nice. And you can tell this is of an actual decent build quality. It feels good in the hands. Here is the cover for the art book, and you should be seeing some B-roll of it right now, but just flipping through this, I mean, this is so cool. Of course, it's like a guidebook, right? So you're gonna get a lot of the character descriptions, and all of this is probably going to be in Japanese, but you know what? There's some phenomenal art in here. And to be honest, as a collector, I wanted to have like a little Dorohedoro moment in my new setup. So that would include the art book, the guidebook, so on and so forth. And I think for not every series, at least in my own personal life, but every once in a while we come across a series that we're kind of gonna go really into, and Dorohedoro sort of ended up being one of those series in my life. What's one of yours, actually? Let me know down below in the comment section. All right, it's time. And one of the items that I was looking for the most over at Anime Expo at the Kinokuniya booth was all of the exclusive merch, specifically the t-shirt for the final volume of Wotakoi. Now, apparently they sold out incredibly quickly and I wasn't able to get my hands on pretty much anything exclusive, but I did manage to pick up the final volume of Wotakoi. Wotakoi, what can I say about this one? It's been such a good journey. Even though we've had to struggle with a very slow release schedule, these 6 volumes really do encompass such a wonderful series, and I highly recommend it. Okay, guys, this is why I'm always like, I have a light novel problem. Every once in a while, a light novel comes out, and I bite the bullet, and I end up getting addicted to the light novel series, and I end up with a lot of light novels from that said series. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen sometimes. Now, we're not going to spend much time on this particular series, but I did want to mention that I am completely caught up now with Ascendance of a Bookworm. There is a bunch of volumes in here. This is a phenomenal series. I've gone over this numerous times on my channel, so you guys can go ahead. I'll link a recent manga haul where I, in fact, picked up some of these as well. Full description, the whole 9 yards, but this is an isekai about a book lover that gets transported back into a medieval era sort of world that books are very hard to come by and sort of for the elite. So it follows her journey of rising through the ranks of this magical sort of medieval sort of time period and eventually trying to make books available for the general public from her love of books. So if you're a book nerd like myself, this one's definitely going to be for you. Now, there is the manga version of Ascendance of the Bookworm and there is the light novel version of Ascendance of the Bookworm. I highly recommend the light novel version, but there is the manga for those of you that just don't want to read the light novels. So let's get the big box going here. First is a series that when I read the first volume, I immediately knew that I was going to collect this all physically. And of course, we're talking about Sakamoto Days Volume 2. Sakamoto Days. I already knew I was going to get Volume 2. Let's get real. The second I read the first volume physically, I sort of had a feeling that I was going to collect it all physically. I wasn't going to just continue it on the Viz app. I wanted to own all of this, and I will continue to collect all of Sakamoto Days, but I'm really happy that Volume 2 came out so quickly after I finished Volume 1. I'm not going to spend too much time on Sakamoto Days, only because I actually just put out a video on some manga I've binge read recently, so a full description where I really go into Sakamoto Days can be found over in that video, so we're going to save some time. Now, this next series we're going to talk about follows a young woman who is entering the workforce, working for a company that makes video games. For a second here, I did get volumes 1, 2, 4, and 5, so I'm missing volumes 3 here of New Game. Okay, honestly, this isn't the type of series that I would normally pick up, but it was something about the office setting and how the characters interact with each other. I don't know, something about it just struck a chord with me, and I knew that I was eventually going to want to collect the manga, and today's the day, and here we are with the first 5 volumes minus volume 3 of New Game. First of all, put out by 7 Seas, the page quality, put the story aside for a second, the page quality I was very pleasantly surprised with. It's pretty good. And last but not least, it is a 4 coma, so do be aware of that if you're planning on reading this. There is an anime, so I highly recommend you start there, but that is the first 5 volumes minus volume 3 of New Game. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one down below. I'm gonna read this one, let you know my thoughts and opinions on this one, but judging by the anime, I am gonna like this, but I'll keep you guys posted with this one. Did someone say another dystopian manga? Here we are with a series that I'm going into blindly, but I absolutely love the premise. It's called The Country Without Humans, and the art on the cover alone just is so phenomenal. My community basically knows that I'm a sucker for a dystopian manga, and this one comes highly recommended from them. The base premise is that we have our main character who is the last remaining human in the city, trying to survive and trying to befriend a robot. Now, of course, things don't go as planned. Our main character is on the run, and there's all of this mystery enshrouding our main character. It's just the world that is in this manga that I absolutely just know that I'm going to fall in love with. In the art, everything seems so unique, and plus I love the dystopian sort of genre, so I'm pretty sure I'm really gonna like this series, but I will keep you updated with this one. I've honestly never heard of The Country Without Humans before that live stream when I purchased this manga. If you've heard of this, let me know. Have you read this? Let me know down below. I'm gonna go into it blindly, and I'm gonna go into it with an open mind, and I will definitely let you guys know over on Twitter my thoughts and opinions on this one. Okay, so quickly moving along, something you might not know about me is that I played a lot of baseball when I was a kid, and I'm a sucker for specifically baseball manga. The series we're going to talk about today has been around for quite a while, and it's been on my to read list and to buy list for quite a long time, and I was streaming on Twitch one day and I decided to pull the trigger. Today's the day, and let's talk about how I picked up the first omnibus for Cross Game. These are kind of pricey, so if you are at all interested in this one, I would wait till they're on sale. I'm gonna wait to pick up the rest for some sort of sale down the road this year. Now, Cross Game is more of a coming of age, heartfelt drama series that has baseball in it more than a baseball, just hardcore baseball sports action shonen. And I really like that about this series. This has been such a big manga haul, and we're not even done yet. Okay, so now we're entering the P.O. Box segment of today's video, and there's also going to be one surprise where someone someone also gifted me some manga while I was out vlogging. This is gonna be very special, by far my favorite part of the video. Now, if you guys aren't aware, I do have a PO box. You should be seeing it right down below here on screen, but it's also in the description of every single one of my videos. Now, if you do send me something, first of all, thank you. It really does mean the world to me, but please include a note, okay? And make sure that you DM me, whether it be on Twitter or Discord afterwards, so I can properly thank you. Okay, so this first package is coming from Canada. It's from Pocky. There's a lot of bubble wrap here. Pocky, I know that you sent me something. I'm gonna reach out to you on Discord if you're watching this. Hey dude, thank you so much for sending me something, and let's see what Pocky went ahead and sent me today. Oh man, okay dude. All right, so if you guys don't know, Pocky have sent me a volume of this before, and this is actually a very obscure and rare series. In fact, this might be some of the most expensive volumes in my entire collection and that I just own in general. This right here is actually called 5-Star Stories, and let me get this out of the bubble wrap. I'm wondering if any of you even know what this series is. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 volumes of 5-Star Stories here, which is a very obscure mech series from back in the day. Pocky, you are such a mad lad for sending me these. I'm gonna find a nice little place for these, but for now, I'm gonna put them securely away, and I can't wait to show you them in my future manga collection video that's actually coming out soon. Also, there's no note. I was looking through some of these volumes in the package. Where's the note, bro? There's no note. Where is it? Okay, this right here, very special to me, and let's go ahead and talk about why. I met so many wonderful people, an experience that I will never forget, and one of the friends that I made, his name is Polite. He actually went out manga shopping with myself and a couple other friends that we made at AX. This mad lad bought me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 volumes of manga while we were out vlogging and just having a good time. This is honestly such a new experience for me because I've gone from a person just making these manga videos in my room, never really interacting with everyone or anyone for that matter, to now going to conventions, meeting people that know the channel, that know me, or just work in the general content space, whether they're editors, creators, illustrators, animators, artists in general, so on and so forth. Honestly, dude, if you're watching this video right now, Polite, thank you so much for just not only coming out manga shopping with me, but simply just being my friend. So let's start with the first 2 volumes of things that he purchased for me, and this is a series that's been recommended to me before. Honestly, if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you guys would know that horror manga really wasn't my thing until recently. Am I saying this right? Doubt. This is honestly such a unique item for my collection. I had looked into buying Doubt before. I believe this is part of a universe, right? There's Doubt, and then there's another series in the same universe called Judge. I don't know if this is a prequel or a sequel. I don't really know, so someone could let me know down below. Actually, do I need to read Judge before I read Doubt? I don't know, or are they just in the same universe and individual stories? I don't know, let me know, but I'm gonna open this and read this with an open mind. Thank you so much for getting them. They are very thick boys. The art in here looks absolutely amazing, so I will keep you guys updated with my thoughts and feelings on Doubt. Okay, and for the last set of volumes for the video, he got me a series that I've been recommended so much, and I actually went to go buy them myself, and he took them right out of my hands and said, I'm gonna get them for you, because he also very much likes this series, much like a lot of you watching right now. I don't know why I've put this one off forever. It's just always been on my radar, and I never just got around to reading this, but I finally have it. Today's the day, like the motto for this entire video. I got the first 3 volumes. It was gifted to me, which makes it even more special, for Undead Unluck. Polite, thank you so much for getting me not only Doubt in its completion, but the first 3 volumes of Undead Unluck. So if you've read either Doubt or Unluck, let me know your thoughts and opinions. What's in store for me? I'm actually eager to know, okay? Because both of them are very familiar titles, but completely foreign to me. I never actually really looked into the synopsis or anything like that. They've just been always in the ether recommended to me. Okay, so let's get into my 30th birthday giveaway here for 2 separate winners for $50 Barnes & Noble gift cards. To enter, all you have to do is the following. First, make sure that you've liked this video and that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Second, make sure that you're following me over on Twitter. This is where I'll have you DM after I respond to your YouTube comment below. And last but not least, make sure that you are answering the question of the day and make sure that you add "I would like to enter the giveaway" in your comment. Winners will be announced on my birthday, July 26th, so make sure you keep an eye on your notifications as I will respond to the winner down below. Thank you so much for yet another successful year here on YouTube, and good luck to everyone entering. Now, before I let you guys go, I would like to invite you to our Discord community. Discord community has been rapidly growing and has become home to a lot of new people. You can join the Discord by going to discord.gg/BoogieSnacks, so of course links for all of that will be down below in the description box. I am also streaming on Twitch a lot these days, so if you'd like to come hang out, I'd love to get a chance to meet you. Of course, links will always be down below, or you can go to twitch.tv/BoogieSnacksTV. We're gonna wrap things up here. This has been an absolute insane past week, and this is a even crazier manga haul for me. I'm absolutely humbled to anyone that recognized me over at AX. It was a pleasure meeting you, as well as everyone that has been gifting me some manga or sending me things in my PO box. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, everyone, I have a bunch of videos to edit. I have a lot of manga to read. I will see you in the next video. Remember, we have Japan trip coming up in October, so that's a lot of content. So make sure you're sticking around for that and subscribing if you guys want to check me out going over to Japan. But for now, I'm gonna stick to reading this manga and editing a lot of footage. Okay, so there's a bunch of videos coming out, all right? So I will see you in the next one. Have a good night.